What's going on YouTube? This is DreThePlug coming at you guys with some more technical heat. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so that way you can stay notified every single time I drop new technical heat. And in this video, I really just want to break down all of the different math websites that pretty much helped me get through engineering by understanding the process, understanding functions on graphs. I really just want to break down like my top 5 different type of websites, different type of apps that I pretty much use to understand the whole process of how to solve different type of math engineering equations. If you guys have some yourself, go ahead and just drop that down in the description below, or just go ahead and just mention it and let me know so I could actually go and probably check it out. I may end up using it if I ever have to go back and actually do some type of calculations, because I still do calculations to this day. I mean, I don't do these type of complex engineering calculations when I go to work, but it's just the fact that I still do little projects to make videos for you guys. And in some cases, I have to refer back to some of these calculators on calculators, some type of electricity, some type of actual component to make this and this work so I can make a YouTube video. So that's what I actually use my calculation for now, basically the little inventions that I'll be making. Okay, so jumping into engineering school, right? When you're a freshman or a sophomore, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna take some type of math online course, right? The one that I took Alex. I could not stand Alex, by the way. And then I took WebAssign. WebAssign was cool. WebAssign was pretty chill for the most part. It wasn't a lot of points being taken off your boy test because of some type of spacing or symbol or decimal number like Alex. Like, it will be a whole lot of different ways that you could easily get points off if like your graph wasn't exactly right. Your spacing when you actually submit the answer wasn't exactly right. Your symbol, like I mentioned before, it wasn't exactly right. It'll just mark the whole question wrong. And like, that's literally dropping people's GPAs, dropping people grades, dropping people tests, because the test was on Alex too at one point. And it could just be all because of some of the spacing and areas as far as like the decimal and stuff like that. And you could just get the whole question wrong, and you literally just spent like a good 5-6 minutes on one question in most cases. Like with some of these math online courses, you literally can have the exact answer. And I done seen people take screenshots, take pictures, and actually show people like, bro, I had the exact answer to the T. Like, this is the answer, and then it'll actually show the actual answer. And the answer will be the exact same thing to the T in some cases. And you could just lose points. It's nothing that nobody can really do about it. I mean, in some cases, you just take that L. I mean, I'm glad I'm out now. I don't have to deal with that, but I feel for my freshmen and sophomores that still jumping into doing engineering and have to suffer through some of these math online courses. Okay, so jumping into my top 5 engineering / math, the websites that I pretty much use to help me cross that stage, right? So I'm not gonna put it into any particular order, but I'm just gonna name some of them off. So I remember it was MathWay was a really good one.
All right, so jumping into MathWay, right? I have x plus 3, then I have x plus 2. I don't even know what the question is, but just the fact that I wrote it out inside of this area right here. And if I press this, I actually have multiple options. I got simplify, I got multiply, I got standard form. I got all of these different ways that I could actually solve this if I really wanted to, right? So let's just say I click this one. Boom, I have an answer, and I'm able to actually go in if I wanted to. If that wasn't exactly what I wanted, I can go in here and hit this, pick something else, and I'll be able to get another type of answer based on what the question is asking. And then right here, like I mentioned before, you can actually tap this and then get all of the steps so you can actually understand exactly how to do it. So that's something I liked about MathWay. I mean, it'll be so many different things that you can actually go in and really understand how to get all of the steps for a particular question that you may have never seen before, never even seen answered.
It was also DMO Calculator. I really like this calculator because you're able to really see the graph and all the different functions, and you can zoom in to really pinpoint the exact number, where basically it could be a question that asks you about it, and you'll really need to like go in versus having like a TI-84 where you can't really see that well, and you kind of got to zoom in, you got to go back, change the settings up just to pinpoint different areas of the curve and all of that stuff. That's not going to take over a course of 10 seconds, right? So it's really good to actually use this particular one because you could easily just go in and zoom in and actually see what's going on the graph on different functions, right?
Okay, so jumping into DMO Calculator, right? As you guys can see, you can easily pinpoint exactly what point you may want. But this is an easy example, right? An easy function. Let me actually show you guys what I mean by how it could be really useful. See, and how I was mentioning it up on the calculator, you know, it's like a small screen, you can't really see, but if you really like zoom in, you could literally pinpoint exact points that you want. So when you actually put it inside of the, you know, the online math website that you're pretty much working on or doing all your work in, you can actually pinpoint to the T the exact thing. So, and actually float out the numbers as deep as possible, so that way you know you get the right answer when you end up submitting it and not get points taken off. And like I said, I mean, you could do all type of functions, like the list goes on. Like you have 1, 2, 3. Let me just show you another one real quick. And that's pretty much it. Just like that, it is there, and you can still pick exactly which point you will want. If you need to take like 6, 7, 8 points, go ahead and do that. Same exact thing. As you guys can see, it moved straight like that, moved on the y-axis.
So another one that was really good was Wolfram Alpha. I feel like when it comes down to Wolfram Alpha, it's extremely good when you really want to understand from start to finish different type of derivatives and anti-derivatives. I'll definitely say this is one of the best websites when it came down to actually showing all of the different steps when it comes down to derivatives.
Okay, so yeah, this is pretty much Wolfram Alpha right here. So like I was saying before, if you really want to learn your derivatives or your anti-derivatives, this is the website that you will typically go on, and you will basically look up all of the steps based on what it spit out to you. Sometimes if you don't actually pay for it, I know they'll still give you steps, but I know for sure this was like a paid site when I was in school. And if you pay for it, they'll just give you every single steps and like different ways of how to do it. But I mean, like I said, I mean, in most cases, you may still be able to get a few steps that could help you, and you could possibly see it in such a way that you never seen before without even have to pay. It all depends on like what type of problems that you end up getting, how complicated they are. So just definitely check out this website. I feel like it'll definitely help you out if you're doing DE right now.
Another one that was really good was the fact that you had Chegg. Chegg was extremely good because you're able to basically look up a question inside of the book, look up a question that's online, and if you want to, you could basically have like look through questions that's already been submitted online and compare it to yours and compare it to the one that's in the book, or compare it to wherever you got the question, and you can see all of the steps of how to do it versus going inside of a textbook and only seeing the answer, and you're really just wondering how did they even get to that point of getting that answer. And even if you did get the answer, was that the right process, or did it just so happen that y'all both ended up with the same exact type of answer at the end of the day? So it's like, dang, you could literally do all of the steps, but if that's not the exact step and the numbers are a little bit off, or you don't even know that the number was rounded in the book, it may have like a decimal but it was rounded, you don't really know if that was the exact process to do it. But in most cases, Chegg, they'll have like similar questions to where you could actually look and read over the whole entire process and then apply that to that particular question. So now you'll understand how to do it if you ever seen it again.
So yeah, this is pretty much Chegg when you're not just given numbers and you actually have math problems that you have to read out, or engineering problems you actually have to read out and really comprehend everything that's going on. This is pretty much your best site. You can literally write out the whole entire question, and in most cases you may find some examples online, or you could even get ways of actually looking up different type of examples that may be similar to what you have but not exactly the same thing you have, and the process could still be 100% right. I'll say about 80% of the time everything will pretty much come out right if you really look up certain type of questions on this website. So 80%, I'll definitely take that all day.
And another one that I would just want to throw out there was an app. It basically has the TI-84, and you could basically see it on your phone. Like instead of always walking around with the calculator, you can physically have it on your phone as an app. Because you know, in engineering, you never know when you're gonna have to break out a calculator. You never know when you have to calculate something. You never know when you're randomly gonna have an assignment. So it's just so clutch to actually have the calculator on your phone. So yeah, it's basically an app where you actually have this calculator on your cell phone, Unfortunately, you don't have all of the functions, but just the fact that you still have the ability to still have just about all of this stuff, and you don't have to actually have a physical calculator on you. I mean, you never know. Your battery could die. You could end up losing it. It could get stolen. Engineers be trying to finesse to take calculators out here, you know. You never know what's gonna happen, but it'll just be so clutch for you to still have it on your phone or even on your laptop. So that's another point when it comes down to having a math calculator, a math website that could also help you out when you're going into engineering school. And that concludes this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It really do help my channel when it comes down to the YouTube algorithm. If you guys have any questions regarding anything, just hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on the gram at DreThePlug 123. And then also go check out my other YouTube channel. This is actually my second channel. My first one was called Andre ClassicCuts. I basically go in and give tutorials about all types of different haircuts. I actually show people how to do different type of things with the clippers that has never been done. And I pretty much go into detail as to why certain things happen. So definitely go check out that channel. Besides that, be on the lookout for my next content that's dropping. Be on the lookout for it because it's coming real soon. And I'm out.